Hi everyone. So for me, one of the 5 steps to being a better listener that I struggle with the most is not interrupting whoever's speaking. So for me, this is difficult because I naturally want to jump into the conversation as soon as I have a thought. If someone is explaining something or telling a story, and I think I know where they're going, I'll cut it in early. And sometimes it's because I'm excited. Sometimes it's because I want to relate with my own example. And other times, I think it's because my point is sometimes more important or more efficient to say right away, which is bad to say, but it's kind of the what happens. So if I'm being honest, interrupting usually has less to do with assignment and more to do with like impatience. And I don't always want to wait for someone to fully finish their thought, especially if I feel like I already understand it. And the problem is a lot of the time I actually don't fully understand it. I just assume I do. And so this leads to a lot of miscommunication and sometimes frustration on both sides. And so another reason this step is hard is because interrupting can feel normal in everyday conversations. People talk over each other all the time, especially in fast-paced or casual settings. So it doesn't always seem like a big deal in the moment. But when you step back and really think about it, it sends a message that what the other person is saying is really not as important as what you think you have to say. And that's not the kind of communicator I'd want to be. And so from a Christian perspective, this is something I need to take seriously because listening well is a way of showing respect and love to others. And if I'm constantly interrupting, I'm not being patient and I'm not putting other people first, like how God or Jesus would want me to. And so honoring God through communication means being intentional about how I treat people, and that includes giving them the space to speak without cutting them off or interjecting or doing any of those kinds of things. And so one thing I've been trying to improve is being more aware of when I urge to interrupt or when I actually do interrupt. Instead of jumping in right away, I try to hold that thought and let the person finish completely. So whatever they have to say, let them say it, and then I'll, put my 2 cents in or just listen and not even have to do that. And I've also been working on focusing more on what they're saying instead of what I'm going to say next or how I'm going to respond. And so that shift helps me stay present in the conversation instead of just rushing the conversation and trying to put my thing in because I'm impatient and trying to do all that. And so overall for me, not interrupting is hard because it does require patience and self-control of not interjecting. It's also something I know I need to improve on personally if I want to be a better listener and communicate in a way that reflects my values and reflects, you know, um, the way God built me and stuff like that. So just being more patient and calming down in conversations will really help.